Hey there, Focus. I didn't say it last week, but it's your favorite Canadian info wrangler back at you again through the power of the interwebs. And today, we're going to do something I've been teasing for a little while. We're going to pay us a visit to the Boulevard Lake Dam. It's a nice day, the weather's nice, so I decided today was the day to do it. And you see me flick the wipers on there. It's because I was burning last night in the backyard and a lot of ash fell on the truck. That's okay, the wind will take care of that. At least it's not toxic ash. So, we're on our way here to the Boulevard Lake Dam. Well, first I'm making a quick stop here at one of the stores. Here in the Thunder Center. Going to make my turn and go in there. And then I'm not going to show you any of it. I'm just going to turn around and head back out. So, yeah, we're heading up to the Boulevard Lake Dam. One of my subscribers has requested that. And so we're going to fulfill that request. And I've got the daytime footage I'm going to be taking now. And then I've also got a few pictures of the dam at night. So that's what we have coming up. And until then, I'll turn you over to Gary. So there's nowhere over here that I can park and walk and get close to it other than going through the bushes. So I decided to just give you a little drive-by here, watching for police as I was doing it. And now we're parked up on Adelaide Street and going down the walking path, and we're going to go right down to the bridge, and I'm going to show you what it looks like on this side of it. Hopefully the drive-by was enough to see what it looks like on that side of it. I suppose, well, you know, I mean, I couldn't really get out and take a picture because the traffic was just too heavy. Maybe later on in the evening when traffic dies down, I could have done that, but I didn't really want to do it with so much traffic going by. But this is Boulevard Lake in the summertime, once it's been filled. And I zoomed in here, you can see some of the children's play equipment there. It's inflatable, bouncy stuff sitting on the water. I guess it's a bouncy castle or something like that. And there was lots of people out here, so I was doing my best to keep everybody off the video. But you can see the dam from one side to the other. And I think the majority of the people are gone. But yeah, everybody's gone by me now, so I can go back to the path and show you the rest of this stuff over here. There's a couple of, I guess these are the original valves under this pergola. These are probably the original cranks for the valves that open and close the dam. Of course, they're not operational anymore. They're just there for display now. But that's the two of them there. And, you know, little seating area here and whatnot. It's not too bad. And then as we look over the side, we see the rushing water coming out just one side. The rest of it all looks pretty dry and barren. But yeah, it's, I guess, you know, the way they run it is for depending on the need, because it's a hydroelectric dam, right? So they're not gonna run it full open all the time. In fact, they probably never run it full open. And here's the bridge that spans all the way across the dam. You can walk all the way across. I chose to simply zoom because I'm a lazy bastard. Well, the truck is over on this side. I didn't want to walk all that way along and then have to walk all the way back. So here we are with one of the night shots, and here's a closer up night shot with the lights. I think that second one there, the lights were on for Pride. Yeah, I'm not going to get into that. So here we are getting back into the truck, heading down Adelaide, about to turn on to Grenville. And on that note, I'll give you back to Gary for a little while. So I decided as a bonus I was going to revisit Boulevard Lake Park. And off to my right here, that's a children's playground. All sorts of play equipment there. And I'm holding the camera rather than having it mounted on the dash right now so that I can actually give you a good view of what's going on out here. Not that you're seeing much right now except the interior of my truck, but it's about to be a little better than that. There we go. So I didn't want to get out and walk around with a camera and look like possibly a potential pervert or something, so I just zoomed in from the truck. But you can see all that inflatable equipment I was talking about on the other side of the dam. That's all there for the kids. And I panned over all the way to show you all of it. And there's badminton, or volleyball, actually. I guess badminton is a lower net. This is volleyball. Beach volleyball. I was trying to keep that person out of the video, but they kept stopping. So now I'm leaving Boulevard Lake and heading back out. I'm going to go back down to Cumberland Street and make our way home. So I'll see you when we get to the house. For now, back over to Gary. And here we are, back at the house, back in my humble studio. Yeah, right. It's a little room with a computer desk and a computer and a printer and a lot of junk that needs to be cleaned up and thrown out or put away somewhere. And then one of these days, I'm thinking about adding some sound material to the walls. That might help a bit with the sound in here. And if not, it looks kind of cool anyway. Those, sometimes you see them on people's walls. It's like a purple hexagon, and there's like 6 or 7 of them. Rather than doing the entire wall, you just put a few pieces of those here and there. And it helps with the echo and things like that. It helps to prevent your sound from bouncing off the walls back at you. So I'm probably going to get some of those eventually. But like I said, first this room needs to be squared away better. And then I can kind of turn it into a studio/workshop type room. Something like that. Yeah. So that was it. I know there's a couple of gaps in the audio, but that was kind of intentional because they're short gaps, and so it wasn't worth starting a new song. But that was it. I did my best for Boulevard Lake Dam. It's the closest I could get for it and showing you everything, and I found those 2 pictures on the thunderbay.ca website. So hopefully you appreciate what I've done for today. And again, it's another short video. It's only a half an hour instead of the usual hour, but I think there's probably a lot of you that don't watch all the way to the end. I know there's a few of you that do, but I don't think everybody does. So maybe a half an hour is better. I don't know. We'll see. And I have an idea for next week. I'm going to try to do some research, and I think I might do a church tour or something like that. Not going into them, obviously, because most of them aren't open outside of worship hours. But just driving by, maybe parking and taking a walk around and getting some video of each church and its architecture and stuff like that. It might even be a 2-part video because there's so many churches in this city. And so many of them are Catholic too. So, with the Catholic churches, or at least Christian churches in general, your Presbyterians, your Lutherans, your Anglicans, usually it's pretty cool architecture on most of those churches. So I'm looking forward to doing that for you. But I'm not sure how much video I can gather next week before it's time to upload, because I still have to have time to edit. I have to do this little outro and all of that stuff. So we'll see. Like I say, it may be a 2-part video. Who knows? It might be a 3-part video. But anyway, for now, God's willing, Daffy Duck willing, we'll see y'all in the next video. Ciao for now.